Aquaman was a film that was actually waited for quite a while. A lot of people were really anxious to watch it. I included myself. After all the things that we have gone through, the DC extended universe, it's been ups and downs, a lot of disappointments in the way. A lot of people were really disgruntled with DC for some of these movies, particularly anything that came from Snyder, the Snyderverse. So now that we are going in a new direction, now that DC is trying new things, of course there is a lot of room for improvement. So a lot of people were really waiting and hoping for this film to hold the hopes and the dreams of the DC extended universe. And I would say that I think that Warner Brothers and DC really hit the mark. And I want to explore that. Of course, I was sick last week, so I didn't get a chance to review this film ahead of time. But now that I was able to watch it, and really there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of good things, and also there's some bad things, and I want to mention this in this review. They're good. The movie is a very, very nice looking. Just the color is so colorful. There's a lot of special effects. It was really a very fast ride from beginning to end. It's definitely, it really keeps you entertained all along the way. I really like that. It's a lot of action, a lot of fantasy. It's so colorful. There's explosion of colors everywhere, and the attention to detail is one of the greatest things. James Wan is a great director, and definitely he put every single part together in a way that there's a lot of things on screen. You know, everything was shot in a wide angle, which really makes everything even better looking. You know, and it's just terrific. The movie was terrific. It was really, really entertaining. It's a movie that you really expect, and you want something like this for a superhero film. You want color, you want explosions, you want action, you want fantasy, all came together in one single pack, and definitely one of the greatest parts. Another thing, Jason Momoa as the Aquaman, you know, he definitely personifies the part. He personifies the character, definitely in the way he does. I know a lot of people have said that, you know, Aquaman has always been a boring character, or a character that most people make fun of. But I think most people that say that do not understand comics or do not read comics, because Aquaman has always been a fan favorite for a lot of people that are hardcore fans. He is very rich as a character. You know, he has a 75-year history in comics. So everything he does and everything he says, and and everything has transpired with him throughout these 75 years. Definitely, is a lot of great stories there. And I think that, you know, the best part of this film is that they took a lot of inspiration from Geoff Johns' highly acclaimed recent run, and I kind of run with it. But there's a lot of things in this film that really point out to a lot of, you know, Easter eggs from past runs, from Peter David run back in the 90s, and you know, even before that. So a lot of the stuff there, you know, if you're a comic book fan, you're gonna enjoy it. And Jason Momoa personifies the character to a T. It's definitely, he has this party vibe. He has this you know, particularly from the 90s and so on. He has this party vibe. He is I would say the guy that really everybody wants to love. He's the dude that everybody likes. He's definitely into character, and I think he is the biggest selling point of the film, is because he does act the part and you like him. He's a likable guy on screen. He's definitely likable. He has a big presence. He's a tall guy. He's a muscular guy. So I know a lot of people love him because he's a good looking guy, but most importantly, I think his attitude, I think he embraced the character. He embraced that, and I think, that's the best part of the film, in my opinion. And of course, Amber Heard, she is not only eye candy, she's definitely very good in Temuera. She is good personifying the character as well, and I like that. I like the interaction between them, between Mera and Aquaman. It was good. It was on point. They really have funny moments, a lot of action sequence. There's some romance, of course. So all of that really played the part well. I really love all of that. It's definitely a phenomenal movie that really keeps you entertained, and in my opinion, it really plays every single part well. Now, on the bat, you know, this movie is great, but also there's a lot of things that are not so great. And one of them, I would say, is pacing. And when I'm talking about pacing, I'm not talking about that the movie's slow. It doesn't really slow down. It's really fast from beginning to end. But sometimes it feels that things are a bit rushed. You know, like some of the, particularly at the beginning of the film, you feel that everything is kind of rushing to kind of set up an origin story. but it doesn't really give you enough time to really kind of fall in love with the story, to really kind of feel engaged in that part. It just goes straight to the action. And I think that was one part that I felt that in parts of the movie feels that uneven, even though everything is going fast and keeps you entertained, and there's a lot of colors and a lot of action and a lot of funny moments. I feel that there was uneven paces where the structure of the film wasn't as great. I feel that there's parts that actually should not have been in the middle, probably in the beginning. They should have just added and really give you a more sense of a more, a more well-structured film. You want to know the story, you want to see the beginning, you want to see the origins, but you want to just come to a place where you start caring at the end of the film for the stories and for the characters and for their dilemmas and for their challenges and for the structure. I think on that part, that was a missing part in the film that I really didn't feel that it was as well built or constructed as, I would say, as Wonder Woman. Another part with the film I feel that kind of falters is in the fact that there was I feel that there is a message, a very powerful message in the middle of it. And not just that, we saw some of those highlights in the trailers. And so you want to see this into a story that develops into a major story. You want to have that message that comes across direct to your heart and really touches every part of you. And I feel that the movie kind of falters because it wants to get to that place, but because it's trying to take everything so lighthearted that at the same time it falters in not delivering the message in a very powerful way. What I'm trying to say is this. I feel with, like, for example, Wonder Woman, I felt that the message was there. And at the end of the film, everything comes to a crescendo where the message is delivered straight to your heart. I feel that this movie, because it's more about entertainment in many ways, I feel that it doesn't deliver the final message. And the sad part is that a lot of this, we knew there was a message there, and there's nothing new here, because all of that was actually presented in the trailers. So it was nothing new. There's a lot of, fantastic events happening. But because everything is going too fast, at the same time, you're not really caring about some of these characters and why they are doing what they're doing, what is exactly what motivates them. There's no motivation in some of these characters. So you want to care more about the message, you want to care more about the characters, but because everything is going really fast, ultimately, it is a good movie, an entertaining movie, but it falters into really delivering the message that every movie should have. In conclusion, the movie is great. The cast is great. There's a great cast here. It's truly entertaining from beginning to end. It's an explosion of color. It's colorful. Everything is good. The attention to detail. I can say kudos to the people that were involved in the production, because there's so much color, so much detail in the costumes and the world that they live in, and the sea and the creatures. All of that is phenomenal. It's very good entertaining. But the movie also fails in delivering the message in a way that actually everybody can say, really did touch my heart. I felt that throughout the movie I was well entertained. This definitely is a movie that I think has taken us to a new level of of expectation. I think it sets the standard for next movies to come, and I believe that there will be better movies from now on from DC. And this has shown us that this is the right way to make these movies. And I feel that DC is shifting core, shifting the boat in a new direction, and I feel that that's the right thing and that's the right approach. I believe that it's a great film. I would say that maybe in a couple of years from now it might not be as great considering that whatever comes afterwards, but I believe that this is a good start, that follows the steps of Wonder Woman. In my opinion, Wonder Woman was more straight to the point, more direct, and I really enjoyed Wonder Woman because of the message in the end. It was very powerful. And I believe this has a message, but in the end the delivery wasn't as strong as it should have been. But, other than that, the film is great, and I highly, highly recommend it. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's definitely a movie that you should get on Blu-ray or DVD, and definitely is one movie that you're going to enjoy with the family. It has all the elements to be a great film, all the good elements, and it definitely was entertaining. In my opinion, this film deserves an 8 out of 10 easily. So what is your opinion about that? Did you watch the film? Are you waiting to watch it? Are you going to wait until it comes out on Blu-ray? Just share your thoughts below. I definitely had a good time with my wife. Really enjoyed it. It was definitely fun. I think it's not better than Wonder Woman again, but I think it was superior to Justice League, and definitely better than Batman v Superman, even Man of Steel. So what is your opinion about this? Did you enjoy it, or you know, or you just didn't like it, just let me know on the notes below. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. And God bless. Take care. Bye bye.
We can make a wildfire getaway.